Coming up on today's show, Jason and I have got lots to go over. We're going to go to Royal Ascot. What a great week it has been there, and they're going to cap off a magnificent few days of racing with the Grade 1 Diamond Jubilee on Saturday. Then we'll go to Woodbine and Rexdale. We'll discuss their first graded stake of the year with the Grade 3 Whimsical. We've got a fantastic dash on Saturday night from Mohawk Park. And yes, our bet battle is back. This time, we'll stay in the state of New Jersey, but we're going to go to Meadowlands Racetrack for an awesome division of the Graduate Series. We've got lots to discuss, so let's go racing around the world. Chad and Jason back with you to kick off another weekend of racing action around the world. Porty, how are you, my man?
Always great to see you, man. Couldn't be better. Could not be better.
Looking forward to this weekend and the return of Racing Night Live. We're excited about that as well, back in prime time. But I want to ask you, how was it being back at Woodbine last weekend for opening days?
Bittersweet. It felt a lot like that first day of school where you get to see all your friends again. Although I don't remember having a first day of school where we were facing an 11-page exam. But that's what we had on opening day, followed by another 13 races on the Sunday. So it was a long one, but the wagering was fantastic. Beautiful races. Turf course, lightning quick. Same thing for Tapeta. Couldn't ask for anything more.
I loved being back at Mohawk. Just good to see colleagues and horse people and just to see the action going. Loved it. And we've got a busy weekend coming up at both venues, so looking forward to that. We'll talk more about that, but let's have a look at the schedule and what we've got going on through HPI Bet. And it kicks off on Friday, of course, good and early with some harness action and plenty of T-Breds mixed in. And there's the Woodbine Twilight schedule on Fridays, 4:50. That accommodates, of course, our Racing Night Live program, which will feature 8 races, 3 from Woodbine and 5 from Mohawk Park, 7 to 9, coast to coast on TSN. Looking forward to that. Then Saturday, early on, the racing, of course, from Royal Ascot. It's just been a fantastic week for them there. Some stakes action from the harness side of things on Saturday night that we'll discuss. Great card at the Meadowlands, in fact, on Saturday. And then Sunday to wrap up another busy weekend. We've just got you covered seemingly throughout the entire day, Jason, morning to night.
This is what we envisioned months ago, but obviously we had to wait and wait and wait. But finally, we are planted firmly once again on the HPI Bet schedule, which is just the way it should be. And by the way, Doug and Dice K, how was that for the literary mix, if you will, both stealing headlines on opening day in their respective breeds, and just hopefully they can continue that throughout the remainder of 2021. As we look, Woodbine, thoroughbred-wise, 4 stakes events over the Saturday, Sunday, so the action just continues. And again, stacked, Chad, we got 12 on each day.
And Sunday, the Jacques Cartier Pink Lloyd going for, 5 in a row?
5 in a row. Unbelievable. He is just an amazing equine athlete. He's won a Sovereign Award 7 times in his illustrious career. Former Horse of the Year, I want to say 2017, I do believe. But yeah, amazing that he's back. And speaking of Daisuke, hey, Fukumoto gets a chance to ride aboard a living legend. So that's going to be something to watch for as well.
All right, yes, Rafi Hernandez sidelined for a couple of weeks. We wish him a speedy recovery. All right, let's get into the racing action, Jason. I know you've been following everything from the UK. It's been a great week. Royal Ascot, so many great races, big fields, and part of the World Pool. So you get these monster pools to play into, and here is the headline event. It's the Grade 1 Diamond Jubilee, part of the Breeders' Cup win, and you're in. 14 of them in here. I was seeing early on, Jason, in the fixed odds wagering, I think 7-2 was the lowest odds. So I think that is basically saying there are a bunch that, the punters are thinking have got a shot to come away with a win here.
Most prestigious sprint they have. This is where it's at. This is the fixture that many of us so look forward to. It's a 6 furlong straight. The great Lester Piggott won this race 10 times. Back in the day. So yeah, it's a race full of glitz and glamour. And you know what? Mother Nature has thrown us a bit of a curveball, because for most of the meet, we're looking at grounds that were good to firm. a ton of rain, and they're expecting even more throughout the weekend. So now it's gone from a ground that was good to firm all of a sudden to soft, heavy at some points. And Starman, you know what? He likes top of ground. So the fact that now it's thicker going, heavier going, I really feel like it's going to diminish his chance. I really feel like the punters are going to make some changes as they go along. And this is really going to benefit my horse, because my horse has no problems with a softer, heavier going. And I like Dream of Dreams, a horse that is kind of snake bitten when it comes to this race. Last 2 times beaten a neck. Third time's going to be the charm. And I love the way he prepped for this weekend with just a stroll. I know he's only facing 2 rivals on this occasion. Not often you see a 3-horse race, but this was the case back at Royal Windsor over a soft ground. And yeah, the chestnut. We don't see a ton of chestnuts, it feels like anyways to me, on the other side of the pond. But there is Dream of Dreams getting the split under Ryan Moore for trainer Sir Michael Stout and owner Saeed Sahel. And just a brave enough win. This is exactly what you want. Just to give you some confidence. You're on the wrong lead, but just a handy win. And I really feel like it's going to be a nice springboard to this weekend. And I really feel like this guy, the price is not going to be 3-1. I know that's what we're getting on the line. I think now when you throw in the conditions, that's going to change things. Even though it's a big, bulky field, and there are some other opportunities in there, I'm thinking this guy goes off closer to 7-5. I hope I'm wrong. I want the value, obviously, but I really feel like 7-5 is where this horse is going to be at. And after getting beat a couple of heads, I really feel like today is going to be his day, or I should say coming up on the weekend. And yeah. By the way, Chad, I know you're going to go in a different direction. And I don't mind that pick when you talk about it, obviously, but I love the rider. He is my favorite when it comes to pilots over there in Europe.
I was just going to say, if you're not going to take your boy to Sousa, I'll gladly take him aboard. Art Power, who is the one in the betting interest, draws more in the center of the gate. But as you mentioned, just that straightaway 6 furlong. You know, the first start of the year, the only race for him this year, he was the favorite actually against a couple of the top ones in Starman and Nahar. Terrible start, just a terrible start. And then even in the lane, when he tried to kind of get back into it, he had to change course, just looking for some room. It was just, you know what, put a line through it. I just hope things go better for him here. And Art Power comes away with a win, 8-1 in the morning line after being the favorite last time out. But you know what, you could be onto it there with Starman, Jason. His only poor race, his only defeat, and it was a bad one, was that soft track at Ascot. And yeah, it could be into that. So enjoy it. That is the near $1 million Diamond Jubilee from Royal Ascot. Again, that'll just cap off what's been a fantastic festival week for them.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Let's go to Woodbine. You talked about a busy opening weekend. It doesn't get any lighter this weekend. It's just they've split them up, 12 on Saturday, 12 on Sunday. But our first stake of the year, a pair of graded ones. There's 39 graded stakes on the schedule this season, and this is the first one. It's the Whimsical Field of 8. Wesley Ward in town. Wesley Ward's actually a Royal Ascot. Did he have success? I didn't see if he won anything.
Tell you the truth, I think at least one. At least one.
Okay.
I know that I think Velasquez rode one for him the other day and was second, but I think at least one. I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's got at least one.
Well, I know every time he sends anything up to Woodbine, you always pay attention, right? He has a ton of success here, especially early in the meet. Now, things are a little bit different, right, this year, so we'll see how that goes. But Ardent Princess definitely, you know, on paper, looks like she's going to be an awfully tough one. But what other options do we have in here?
A ton. And as much as Dream of Dreams, I talked about that one, you know, I like the chances a lot. Price might be squished. Should be in a perfect tracking position. I'm really hoping that is the case with the horse that I like. We'll get more on her in a second. But yeah, this kind of feels like the Bessarabian Part 2. Amalfi Coast is back. You got Our Secret Agent that's back. Artie's Princess, the winner of that race, obviously, is back. You got Josie Carroll with quite the 1-2 punch. I mean, even Golden Ami, I think, has got all kinds of speed. Yes, this is a tougher group, but the blinkers going on. This is the way I'm projecting things to unfold. I see Golden Ami with all kinds of speed going out there with Summer Sunday, and it's going to set it up for a horse that likes to track and close. And I'm hoping that horse is Josie's other one in Boardroom. Let's go back to the Bessarabian, where I feel like The horse just had a little bit too much work to do. You can see right now at the back, she got herself into a bit of a blind switch, and all of a sudden you look and you're like, whoa, what happened? And now Contreras is just trying to, cover her up, feeds her the fresh racetrack. Painting, who got her into that blind switch there, is the horse that she's going to pass right now, and I thought she was going to just run past everybody. You get the lead switch there. She's taking dead aim on Artie's Princess, but Kazushi Kimura and that daughter of Wee Miss Artie simply got the jump. And Boardroom just a little bit too much work to do. Look at those splits, 22, 44, 108 and change. And Artie just hangs on as in Artie's Princess. Boardroom, heck of an effort. I think this time Contreras stays a little bit closer, and that could be the difference maker. You get Lasix as well added to the profile for this first start as a 4-year-old. And I think she's going to be in the prime position, the catbird seat, so to speak. Boardroom to turn the tables on Artie's Princess. But keep an eye on Our Secret Agent. I know that she's usually there, but not really there. I like her a lot in terms of my trifecta. I was playing a bit of an Omni since we're still on that European flavor. I think I'd add then Our Secret Agent. But Boardroom to turn the tables and get revenge on Artie's Princess for me.
And I'm with you. I'm gonna ride Boardroom as well. But I think some things need to happen in order for her to be successful. She's great, and I think she's going to be charging on well. I do like the addition of Lasix in here. Hopefully 6 furlongs will be just fine for her. But I'd love to see, Golden to Me, Artie's Princess, Summer Sundays you mentioned, hook up in a speed duel and set it up. I mean, they're not all going to come back to her, but hopefully it just softens them enough that she can feast on them because she's got a great late kick. And yeah, you're right. If she can track a little bit closer, that could be the winning recipe for her. So Jason and I both on the Boardroom in the first graded stake of the year at Woodbine Racetrack. And then, as mentioned, Sunday will be the Jacques Cartier, where we get to watch that living legend, Pink Lloyd. So looking forward to that. All right, let's switch gears. We've talked T-Bred. Let's talk a little harness action now.
All right.
Saturday night, Woodbine Mohawk Park, 11 races on the card. The preferred, a little bit deeper this week. It does feature the return of our reigning horse of the year, Century Farrell. But here, Doc Moore has got his talented colt, Lawless Shadow, and NA Cup eligible son of Shadow Play. And we talked about him last week. We talked about UHTRED. Somebody was telling me they liked UHTRED too. I can't remember who it was. But anyway, I don't know if you can remember. But
I'm not talking to you.
That pair is back in here. But it's a full field. You've got, millionaires thrown into the mix, some very established preferred level pacers. It's a good group. And I don't know. I think this was by design. It happens to be right in there, part of that pick 5 and that pick 4, Jason. We're not going to make it easy on you.
Yeah, no. And we got some real horsepower, pardon the pun, on the outside of the gate. Real surreal there for Richard Moreau. You spoke of the preferred. This guy's going to appreciate facing easier, in my opinion. Wheels on Fire, able to win 3 in a row now. So finally rids himself of that rival. But, I'm going to lock back in on the 3-year-old showdown that we saw last week at the Campbellville Oval between Lawless Shadow and, tongue-in-cheek with UHTRED, tongue-in-cheek, because that's one that I liked. And, I'm not going to say you talked me off of him because that's my choice to make. And I decided to go in a different direction. I tried Jody's horse, and that one looked like a horse that needed one. So, again, that was my decision to make. And in terms of, UHTRED got the pocket trip with Lawless Shadow, and Lawless Shadow did everything he could do, but just simply came up a little bit shy. And I really feel like UHTRED is, just finding his best stride. That was, a personal best performance. And anytime you can put up a new speed badge, it's worth recognizing, right? So 50 and 1, I do believe the final time for the mile there. 26 and 1, the final quarter. That's his fastest final quarter ever. And I really feel like he's going to build on it. He's got the rail. He doesn't have to be on the front, but he's got really good gate speed. And chances are, if he's not leading, maybe he gets the pocket behind Real Surreal, who's going to take advantage of the drop. That one more known for off the pace, following off a helmet, maybe changes up tactics here coming up on the weekend. But I'm going to say UHTRED comes right back and proves that, hey, that was no fluke last time out.
I can see this race going in a bunch of different directions. I can tell people right now, I'm working Saturday night. I've put together my early pick 5. I've gone 4 deep in here. I've got 1, 3, 8, and 9, Mayhem, Hanover, Real Surreal, the others. But the rematch here, Lawless Shadow, I think he's going to come up with another big effort. But, when the major goal is stakes races later on, the OSS, the Grand Circuit, of course, how much do you beat him up? I don't know. But UHTRED, I think he can adapt to whatever is going to be given to him, because I see speed, and, if there happens not be speed, he can push on through. So I am going to listen to you this week and go with UHTRED. But one thing I'll point out, and I'm sure you can agree with me, yes, it's only been a couple of days back, but James McDonald is driving as good, if not better, than everybody right now. I mean, he's just having a lot of success right out of the gate coming back here.
Yep. And, just riding that wave of momentum from the States, right? And Dougie doing the same thing, right? McNair had a really good time of things, other side of the border. And, both of them are driving really well. And we're used to seeing a bunch of Mick-Mac exactas, but you're right. More recently, Mac-Mick exactas. McDonald's really going well. And Bulldog Hanover not part of this equation. But speaking of that name, Chad, how great is it that we still have a bunch of Hanover horses, right? I mean, from back in the day, that name was so prominent, but you got Trasser Hanover in here, Opportune Hanover, you got Mayhem Hanover. So, it's going to be a good race, and maybe there's a surprise in there. We're going to find out.
Oh, you hear that music?
Yes.
Yeah. DJ Van Velkum with the tunes again. That signals this week's bet battle. We'll recap last week.
Can I get a damn winning team for once? Gee.
What are you telling me you didn't have that $160 winner in the Salvatore Mile?
Horse is 2 for 25 for Uriah St. Louis, and good on him. But I couldn't. I don't think Miss Cleo could have saw that one coming.
I looked back and said, "How in the world?" But anyway, we move on. We get another $25 back into the bankroll. And this week's race, we're going to stay in Jersey, but it's going to be East Rutherford, New Jersey, Meadowlands Racetrack. They've got a fantastic card Saturday. Looking forward. They've got 2-year-old stakes races. Some talented-looking stars of tomorrow. And then they've got the Graduate, final legs for the Trotters and Pacers. But the Pacer won only one division, 12 horses, so a pair of them will be from the second tier. Some needing points to secure a spot in the July 10th final, which goes for fantastic money. This one's $75,000 too. We know a lot of these names, Jason. We've seen a bunch of them at Mohawk Park as well. What are you going to do with your 25?
I'm going to be ruthless, is what I'm going to do. And what a horse this guy is for Tommy Cancelliere. And Andrew McCarthy was aboard last time. Got to be honest, a little disappointed that this guy couldn't, stave off the first over threat from Allywag Hanover. They're going to rebuff here, rejoin their battle. And hopefully he rebuffs the challenge this time out. But that was a 3-race win streak that came to an end for Ruthless Hanover. Let's start up a new one. I'm going to bet that guy to win. I'm going to play a try, toss in some horses in behind, including Captain Barbosa, off that track record performance at the Meadowlands for a 4-year-old gelding pacer. Has a chance to come right back for Alanya and Dunn as a player. Poseidon Sealster at a price. Going to throw that one in there. Cattle Wash, second off the bench, and Warwe Vital. And then I'm going to play an exact box as well. Ruthless Hanover and Warwe Vital. This is a race that I think is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm just thinking that Ruthless Hanover, 4-1 on the line. This horse has never been that close to that type of number in a while, Chad. I'll be happy with 5-2 with him. What about you?
And yours, no pressure on him either, because he is the points leader through the first trio of legs of the Graduate Series. Captain Barbosa second. But Cattle Wash, my top pick, he needs points. He's 15th. He's only raced once. Solid enough third. I thought he lacked room. I mean, he wasn't climbing over them, but I hope that it was just because Miller said, well, what's the point? And I just hope this guy comes up with a big effort. He's a fast horse. We know that. We saw that last year, 46 and change. I'm going to go Cattle Watch, 20 to win, and then exacta. Captain Barbosa, that was huge. First over, and to still win like that in that kind of time. He's the fastest son of Captain Treacherous. So I feel like I've got a good read on this race, but it's going to be Western. It is going to be a lot of fun. They are going to be moving as long as the weather is good on Saturday night from the Meadowlands. So we'll be sure to check that out. But you and I will be busy this weekend, that's for sure. Looking forward to it. But it's the busy we like. We're just so happy to be back at it.
Not going to complain, right? A month ago, we were wondering, when are we going to be back? How much longer are we going to be on the sidelines? So we're not going to complain. We are very, very busy with, racing around the world, Racing Night Live, our simulcast duties, and more projects on the way. But, hey, keep the action coming. Bring it on.
Racing Night Live returning on Friday. I'll be at Woodbine with you. Looking forward to it, Jason. So 7 to 9 on TSN. Check us out on Friday. We've so happy to be back for season 2 of Racing Night Live. Enjoy the great races, everybody. Don't forget about Royal Ascot as they cap off everything tomorrow, Saturday, on the program with the Diamond Jubilee. Thanks for joining us on another edition of Racing Around the World, presented by HPI Bet. For producer Luke Van Belkom, Jason Portwondo, I'm Chad Rosemond saying cash big this weekend and enjoy the races. See you next week.